Thanks for tuning in to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. This is your host, Michaela Falar, where we are here to skyrocket your self-worth, heal your shit, and take your power back. Welcome to the chat. Hey guys, welcome back to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. It's your host, Michaela Falar. I hope you are having an incredible day so far. And happy Black Friday week deals. Happy Thanksgiving week. If you don't know this, I started my Black Friday sale this week. Actually, I started on Monday, the 20th, and it will roll through all of this week and all the way until Cyber Monday, which is the 27th. So if you have been wanting to work with me and the pricing has been what is stopping you, I am taking the money block out of the equation. So now is the time to jump into my world, and I'm going to be going through all of the Black Friday deals that I have available for you guys. But before we get into that, I do want to share just a little bit of a mindset shift that I had this past week because of a very traumatic event that happened in my life. So if you don't follow me on social media, and you don't know what's going on, basically, I had to take Zeus, who's the love of my life and my best friend and my puppy dog. I had to take him to the emergency room, and he had to have emergency surgery because he ate a seed off the ground when I wasn't looking that must have looked like a tree or smelled like a tree. I don't know, but he's 8 years old, so he doesn't typically eat things that he doesn't knows that he shouldn't be eating. So I was very caught off guard by the fact that he had ate something that he didn't wasn't supposed to be fed to him, or he wasn't supposed to eat off the ground. But that was the case. So he had to get it surgically removed. And this entire situation was obviously very traumatic for me. I've had Zeus for 7 years. I adopted him, and he has been my best friend, my partner in crime, my just my life source. Literally, he has been there for me throughout my adult life, and he's been there for all the ups and downs, never fails to make me smile, and just is always there for me, and just reminds me that I'm not alone all the time. And he has, during my darkest times, he has been there, and he has saved my life. So when it came down to getting him help and making sure that we figured out what was wrong with him, it was just no question about it. I was in my head willing to do whatever the heck it took in order to make sure that he was, okay and back to his normal self. So he started showing signs that just weren't himself. He started throwing up. He was just very lethargic. I took him to the ER. First ER gave me a $3,000 estimate, and I was like, I don't have an extra $3,000 laying around right now. So I freaked out, left, felt super defeated, not good. Obviously, felt like a terrible dog mom, freaked out. It was a whole situation. Took him home the next day, still not eating, threw up one more time, and I was like, this is it. I have to go in. I don't have pet insurance. I do now. Tip to all my pet owners out there, get the pet insurance. It is worth it, especially when they start to get into their older age, or even when they are, just have the pet insurance, you guys. If I had pet insurance, it would have saved me. But that wasn't the case this time. I didn't have pet insurance, so it's not covered. So I've created a GoFundMe for Zeus's emergency vet funds. And I've already gotten so much support and love, and people have been sharing the link, and people have been donating. And I'm just so grateful for that. The amount of love and support that Zeus and I have gotten is so appreciated. And so I just want to take a moment right there to just let you guys know, if you have donated or have shared the link or anything, I just want you to know that I'm so, so appreciative of you guys. Hands down, you're the best. I love you guys. But yeah, so basically I did what I had to do. I pushed my pride and my ego to the side, and I was like, I need help. And you guys, asking for help is not something that comes easy. for me. I am hyper independent. And that was something that's actually something over this past year, these past 2 years that I've had to really work on as far as like being able to ask for help. And I feel like a lot of us have this problem where I won't necessarily say problem, but have this trait of like pride and ego and being like, I don't need anybody else. I can do it all myself. And the reality of the situation is like, if you need help in you're like in a spot, then don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, we do not need to battle all the storms by ourselves. Like, if we have a loving support system who love us and want to help us when we are in a time of need, then like let that happen. So that is something that I had to do, something that I had to overcome during this time. And I wanted to talk about it on the podcast because I just want to give you guys a little reminder that it's okay to ask for help. And this isn't just, with finances, this is with everything in life. Like maybe you're going through something, like you've been through a traumatic event and you don't really know how to talk about it to somebody. Seeking out that help and making sure that you do talk about it, because when we keep these things bottled up inside of us, it doesn't do us any good. It doesn't help us heal through it. It doesn't help us get through the storm smooth. It prolongs the process, and we don't want that. We don't want a prolonged process. We don't want to struggle alone, especially when we have people that surround us, that love us and want to help us. So that's my little tip for the day. Like, please, if you are going through something, do not be afraid to ask for help. People love you. People care for you. People want to help. And this situation, this traumatic experience that's happened with me and with Zeus, but also it's obviously been a big traumatic event for me as well. Like being able to push my pride, my ego to the side and be willing to ask for help, be willing to ask for help, was a big shift for me, was a big moment of growth for me, in my opinion. So that's a win. With that being said, doing what I do for work, helping others through traumatic experiences, helping them shift their mindset and rewire the neural pathways in their brain to see things in a different light and to, give them the energetic shifts and the physical tools that they need in order to make that shift and see things in a different light and to be excited about the future, no matter what they're going through in their current reality. I used all of these tools that I teach during this time of uncertainty, because there was a moment where I didn't know what was wrong with Zeus, and I was really scared and sad and crying and all the feelings that you feel when somebody, I say somebody, but Zeus is like my child. He's like my fur baby. But is going through something that is traumatic and uncertain. So with that being said, it is so important to feel your emotions in that moment and not let them bring you down, not let them muster up inside of you for too long, and then it become this negative feeling, this negative vibe that you're putting out in your aura and your EMF field, and for too long, and let it get you down and let it change the trajectory of your life. Like, always, no matter what you are going through, find the silver lining and push through whatever it is that you're going through with hopes of it getting better, like holding that, knowing that it will get better, because it always does. And no matter what, we always come out of the other side okay. Obviously, things with Zeus, he had the emergency surgery. He ate a seed off the ground that was toxic and was making him throw up, making him not eat. It was an obstruction in his insides. And so he had to get it surgically removed, which is a whole other thing, for your dog to go through surgery. It was like so scary. And I had to trust that the doctor, that the vet knew what he was doing and was good at what he was doing and would, perform the surgery perfectly and everything would go smooth. So that was another thing that I've been working on is trust and being able to trust others. And so this was definitely another opportunity for me to trust others. And so see what I did is I took everything. I'm like, I sit here and I look at this situation and I'm like, okay, well, what did I learn from this? What can I learn from this? What is the reason that this is all happening? Because no matter what, there's always a reason for everything. Nothing is a coincidence. And so for me, dogs, animals, they take on our imbalances. So if there's an imbalance in our life, then our animals will take on a sickness to show us something. So our higher self, just like as when we manifest illnesses, when we manifest body ailments, when we manifest situations, people, circumstances in our life, it's all for a reason. It's all from our higher self trying to get us back on track, trying to get us aligned on our path, like our purpose on our for our purpose on our path. Okay. And so for me, I like with everything that I do, with everything that I teach, I had to take a moment and like really take the tools that I've learned over the year and use them during this time and know that like no matter what had happened, everything is going to be okay and everything will be okay. Thankfully, thank goodness, this all worked out in Zeus and I's favor. He's home now. He's recovering. He is good. Thankfully, he's getting back to himself. He's eating. He's going to the bathroom regularly. Like everything's good. Thank goodness. And but it was a scary time, and it was a time of uncertainty. And so I had to take everything that I learned and like implement it into this situation, into this traumatic experience, and also take a step back when it was all said and done and be like, okay, well, what is this? And so the reason I bring up imbalances is because I channeled for myself that there was an imbalance in my work and play life, right? I've been so focused on growing my business and all the things that I really had let my own practices, my own routine kind of sit in the back burner. And also Zeus, not getting enough attention because I've just been glued to my computer trying to get everything ready for Black Friday. And just, I've been really focused on work. And so what this was for me, what the realization was for me is that I really do need to get back onto my routine, get back into, my own practices for my own self-care, self-love, because you can't be the self-worth queen if you're not putting yourself first. You guys, putting yourself first, the ability to put yourself first is literally the definition of self-love. So this was, like I said, just this huge realization that like, wow, I've really been putting my self-love on the back burner and doing things that I love, which is hanging out with Zeus, doing one-on-one things with him, spending one-on-one time with him. Also just, going to the gym and being regular with that. Also, I was putting a lot of emphasis on things that I don't have yet. And I was putting a lot of emphasis on not being where I want to be, which is like what my whole business is all about, right? So I was kind of like losing sight of what I teach as far as implementing it into my own life because I was so focused on getting everything correct and good and ready for my business that it was almost like I always use this example of when you're watering grass and you've got a hose to water the grass with, but you're squeezing the hose so tight, you're squeezing it. And if you're squeezing it so hard, the water isn't able to flow out of it. So what I was doing, I was squeezing the hose so hard, hose being my business, that it was not able to flow. And so what I needed to do was like take a step back, refocus, make myself a priority, my self-love a priority again, and that's what this whole situation, this whole reflection was for me. The reflections have been reflectioning. So that was like a huge shift that I made during this past week, was just remembering that I need to put myself first and I need to do things that I love. And yes, my business is obviously a huge priority, is the priority for me currently in my life. However, I'm also like the number one priority in my life. And you guys, if this goes for like, if you're with somebody, if you have a partner, if you have a significant other, maybe you're realizing that they're not making you a priority in your life and in their life, and that's really bothering you. If that's triggering you, bothering you, that means that you feel that way within yourself, right? So if you feel like somebody isn't making you a priority, where in your life are you not making you a priority? So it all is connected and everything is for a reason. And this is what I teach. And so to have this huge reflection in such a crazy manifestation was because we're manifesting kings and queens, you guys. Like, we are currently manifesting as we speak, 24/7. We are manifesting, whether you know it or not. But I manifested this situation, and it was a reflection from my higher self to get me back on track and to remind me that I need to put myself first and that I need to take care of myself and I need to take care of Zeus. And then my business will flow the way that it's meant to, and to trust in source, God, whatever best resonates with you, but to trust that like everything's going to work out exactly the way that it's meant to work out. So that's my little reminder for the day. Just know that like if you're going through something, that there is a reason. Maybe take a step back and look at it from the outside looking in. Like, what is this supposed to teach you and why? And then that's how you shift it. And then that's how you can also like have a more positive mindset going forward. Yes, feel your emotions while you're in it. I know it can be really hard to like see the silver lining when you're in the shit, which I'm still in it, but I'm seeing the silver lining. I do know that everything's going to be okay. And I just want to give that little reminder to you guys as well, just in case you're going through something that's hard right now. This is just a friendly little reminder. Okay. With all that being said, Black Friday is upon us, and I have some really freaking exciting things that I have offered for you this week. Number one being The Awakening. The Awakening is my 4-week course all about self-love, self-worth, empowering you, and getting you connected to your higher self. And this is going to be 50% off for this week. So originally it is $555. It's on sale for $222.50 right now. Use code Black Friday at checkout. I will go ahead and put the links for everything in the show notes below as well. So make sure you check the show notes out for all of the links for all of my Black Friday stuff. But The Awakening, we are currently about to hit week 4, which is so crazy. And then I will be doing the Glow Up, which is my 3-day free live event. And then round 2 of The Awakening will be released, and we will start January 3rd. Okay, so it's 50% off right now. If The Awakening is something that you've had your eye on, but the price point is what has been blocking you from making the jump, this is such an incredible investment in yourself. And I know a lot of people have a hard time investing in themselves, but you guys, since we're on the topic of self-love, let's talk about it. Self-love, investing in yourself, putting yourself first, making yourself a priority. The shifts that my current students that are in this round of The Awakening, that they've had some profound shifts, and I am so proud of them for doing the work necessary in order to make those shifts. And I'm just so excited to continue to do this and to have another round and to help more people get connected to their higher self, remember who the fuck they are, heal their self-image and self-love wounds, and all the things. So that's 50% off. If you're interested, check out the show notes below. Make sure you sign up. You've only got it 50% off until the 27th, which is Monday. All right, number 2. I have energetic healing sessions that are $100 off. So Originally, they are $275. This week, they're $175. These sessions are to disconnect, to break free of your past, to get really clear on what it is that's holding you back, to cut the energetic ties from people, experiences, circumstances that are not serving your highest good. And in these sessions, my clients have profound shifts in their mindset. We rewire the neural pathways in your brain to stop with the negative self-beliefs. I give you energetic and physical tools in order to make those shifts possible. And that's what helps you quantum leap towards your desired life and towards whatever you are desiring, so that you can manifest quicker because you don't have those blocks and you don't have anything holding you back anymore. So if you're interested in booking a session with me, they are literally $100 off right now. So run, do not walk. Payment plans are available upon request. So if that is something that you would like, you can go ahead and just email me. The most exciting offer I have for you guys this Black Friday, is the High Frequency Mastermind. This I am so excited about, because when I started my spiritual journey, I've been on this journey for, I want to say, about 3 years now. And there came a point where I felt like I was doing all the things. I was journaling, I was meditating, I was just doing everything that I possibly thought that I could. And I felt stuck. There was a time where I felt stuck. And what I did in that moment was I took a jump into the deep end of the unknown, and I jumped into mentorship, and I jumped into a space where there were individuals that were on the same path as I was. And I learned more, and I I really just threw myself into personal development, and that's what this year has brought me. And so what this mastermind is a mid-ticket offer for you guys to have that space. I'm creating this space of my own in this mastermind. It's for anyone who's ready to take their lives to the next level. You'll be a part of a community who are all raising the frequency of humanity. You're going to receive monthly coaching calls, monthly intuitive Q&A, which is basically if you have a question because during this mastermind, I will be teaching intuition as well, and getting more in touch with your 24/7 life coach, with that intuition, that inner knowing that we all have inside of us. And so I will be teaching you how to be asking your own questions. However, if, let's say, you are going through something and you're having a hard time getting a question answered, and you need somebody to intuitively channel it for you, that would be me. And that's what these sessions are for. So you get one of those each month, and that will be a group thing. And what's really cool about these is whatever questions the other people in the mastermind ask, you will also be in alignment to hear as well. So we've also got included in this mastermind 1 per month 30-minute energetic healing session with me. So this will be a one-on-one thing, and it's basically energetic healing session, but instead of a full hour, you get it for 30 minutes. And this is just to be shifting anything that's really bothering you. And if you need to talk to me about anything in specific, this would be the time that you do so. So you get 3 of those because it's a 3-month commitment. You're also going to get Slack channel with access to me and the club. So Slack is like a texting app, and you're going to be able to share your wins. I'm going to be channeling weekly for the collective in the group to let you guys know what you need to hear from your higher self. And like I said, you will be in alignment to hear whatever this message is that I'm channeling for the collective of the group. So that is everything that's included in the mastermind. It's going to be such a transformative space and life-changing, honestly. So if that's something that you're interested in, it is $333 off right now. So it's originally $888 right now until the 27th. It's on sale for $555. I have 2 options. You can either pay in full, and if you pay in full, you get a bonus. And the bonus is a Everything I Desire Desires Me More sweater. It's my favorite affirmation. And my girlfriend Maddie made these awesome sweaters. So I will be gifting that to you guys as a thank you for jumping into the mastermind and paying in full. And then if paying in full is not an option for you, I'm doing an extended payment plan. So it'll be $111 for the next 5 months. The mastermind begins January 1st. So that is also an option for you if you are interested. I will put the details and the application in the show notes below. Whew. Okay. So last but definitely not least, I have Metamorphosis, which is my all access pass to all of the masterminds that I created. So I just did intuition activation, and what that is basically intuition 101, getting the basics down. And you will have access to whatever master classes that I put out in the future. I will be holding one per month. I have 2 in mind for the future. One is going to be the art of detachment, basically learning how I get asked this a lot, like, how do you detach from situations so easily? And so I'm going to be doing a master class that's going to help you guys embody the art of detachment. Another one is just going to be self-love, self-worth, and that is just a whole masterclass in its own. And so I'm super excited about that one as well. But you're going to be getting, it's like a subscription base. So you'll pay $33 for your first month. After that, the price goes to $44 per month. Buying these masterclasses individually, they will be more pricey. So this is going to give you the most bang for your buck. So if you love what I teach, you're interested in the masterclasses, this subscription is going to be the best option for you. So if you're interested, again, links in the show notes below. If you guys have any questions at all, just you can DM me, you can email me. I'll put the email below as well, and the team will get back to you as soon as possible, which is normally about 24 hours. And with that being said, also Metamorphosis does have a community page. It's kind of like a Facebook page, but without having to have Facebook. So this is going to give you an opportunity, again, to be in a space of like-minded souls that are all looking to better themselves. And you guys can share your wins and get to know people and all the things. So that is all I have for you for Black Friday, for Zeus's story of eating the seed from the tree that I'm going to burn down if it's not already taken out by the time I get back. I'm currently in Ventura, house sitting and cat sitting for my mom. But I did reach out to the landlord, and he is removing the tree. So if it's not gone by the time I get there, we're burning it down. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope that my little message in the beginning helps and helps you remember that you don't need to face anything on your own. It's brave for you to ask for help when needed. And I hope that you enjoy my Black Friday deals and my Black Friday sale, because I've never done anything like it before, and I'm really excited about it. And I really hope to get some new people in my world and to change some more lives. So I will chat with you guys soon. See you next week for the next episode. And thank you so much for your love and your support. If you loved this, if you love my podcast, don't forget to give it a rating, a 5-star rating and review, and we will be chatting soon. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated with you, please make sure you leave a rating and review. Like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Kayla Cakes, at KAELA_CAKES. Visit my website at MichaelaRyanFalar.com to find out more about my coaching services. All of these links are in the show notes below. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode. New episodes are out every Tuesday and Friday. Chat soon.